I've dragged in Brodie for he is our executive producer. Yes. This is our fearless leader. We call him the Thumb.
He oozes leadership.
He really does.
He's got a silly little grin on his face. What have you done?
He's a bit tired. He had a big night last night.
Did he?
Tired.
Mate, every weekend this guy has a wedding. You got one this weekend?
We do have another one this weekend.
Yep.
How old are you?
I am 33.
Yeah, it's right in the wedding zone. Yeah.
How long have you been married?
2 years.
Yeah, right.
Just gone 2 years.
Yeah, right.
Do you think it'll last? Because she's beautiful. And I think...
No. Oh, were you asking him?
Yeah, your wife is so beautiful.
She's great.
She's great.
Do you concede that you're
Do you think she would
batting
pen an
above your
open letter?
average?
Yeah.
The Donald Bradman are your friends?
Yeah, I've conceded now.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like really beautiful
Okay.
and nice.
So
and
what
kind
happened last
understanding.
night?
Yeah.
and patient.
Well, we have two friends getting married this weekend.
Do they have
and
nicknames?
They do. So it's Puss and Meals. So this is the great Puss and Amelia.
Okay.
Oh, so
And
Puss is the guy.
Puss is the guy. His name's
Yeah,
Scott,
okay.
but we call him Puss.
Okay.
What made you
And-
think it was anyway? Yep.
So they're getting married, but they're from very different backgrounds.
Yes.
So Amelia is Chinese, so she's got Chinese heritage.
Yes.
And Puss has Scottish heritage.
Scottish.
Yeah. So before
Argus.
the actual wedding, which they're doing quite conventionally, last night we had a Chinese tea party, but
What, like Last Supper?
yes, like a ceremonial Chinese tea
Wow.
party.
Like green
But
tea.
He was in a kilt and had a sword on, and all the people in his family had swords on and kilts on, and
It's better.
whilst doing
Wait for it.
whilst doing all the Chinese stuff, which is
Are you in the bridal party?
No, but there was
Well,
this
why were you invited?
gigantic pig on the table. So a gigantic suckling pig that took up the entirety of the table.
So which heritage is that from?
Chinese.
Oh, the Chinese.
But so they got the sword, and a part of the Chinese ceremonial stuff is they've got to cut the head off the pig and the tail off the pig.
With the Scottish sword.
So then they took the sword to cut off the head of the pig and the tail of the pig.
The Scottish.
Can I ask a question? Does the sword? Does the
Hang
sword
on,
just?
but what happens if she didn't marry someone who was Scottish? What would they
Oh,
do?
they get the knife.
Yeah, they just get a traditional knife.
So it's a real sword he carried, an actual sword.
and
Is
so
it
'cause
that
it's-
sharp? Does it slice straight through the
Yeah,
head?
it takes a little bit of...
Is it passed down the Scottish generations? Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
and so
How many
in the-
people were at this?
like over 100, I would say, at a house in Brighton. And then
Which is very Chinese.
what was weirder is because the Chinese part of it is you drink tea.
How beautiful. Because the Chinese tea party sounds gorgeous.
Yes, but because
then
the
they start-
Scottish thing, they said, so you get these little shots of tea that you have to take with two hands. But they said you can have one of Scotch whiskey for the Scottish,
So it was a real hybrid.
or you could have a Chinese tea bag.
What did you have?
The Scotch, of course. And it was
What
then
did you wear?
just a shirt.
Oh, yeah. You didn't dress.
So
Are you
just-
friends with, who are you friends with? Whose bridal party are you in? The bride or the groom?
Both.
Is
Yeah,
that is
right.
that the sword on the screen there? Is that
No, it's a lot shorter than that. That's huge.
Just
A lot
can
shorter
you
than
just take us back to the slicing of the head?
Yeah.
How big was the pig?
Yeah,
Oh,
is it
like a pig?
Is it
like an adult pig?
like
is
it
it-
had been cooked on spit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
just sits on the table like it's like a guest.
And you have to cut its head off
Yeah, and you got to take the tail off.
And then are they?
with a sword.
who
Yeah.
keeps the tail?
I don't know where the tail went. I didn't see the tail
And
at
who
the end
takes
of
the
the night.
head?
I don't know where the head went at the end of the night either.
But hang on.
Did
are
it
they?
have legs and feet and things?
Okay.
They like kicked out to the sides.
Welcome to my world, Clint.
But
Okay,
then
go. Well, you guys all talked about this morning, and I missed it.
I
So
know,
You,
I know.
you did this
Now,
on air for
did
my
you-
reaction, so I've got many questions.
Did you eat the pig?
oh, absolutely.
How did you eat it?
I had it in a bowl.
Oh, did they slice it off?
They serve it in a bowl.
They
while
slice
it's
their
watching
piece off with a sword.
Yes, they just
Oh.
they just hack chunks off.
Now,
and give
can
it
I-
to you.
in a house.
This is the
In a
best bit.
house,
Wait
the
for it,
bride.
Lauren. Wait for it. Can you run Lauren through the advice ceremony?
Oh, I forgot about the advice.
So after,
I mean, I love like how different cultures have these amazing
No, wait for
traditions.
this.
so before you
This
can
one, this is quite the combo.
before you can eat the pig, you
So the
have
pig's
to,
getting cold.
the bride and groom
cold pork.
kneel down on these very small little Chinese pillows, and then everyone that's married that's at the ceremony has to go by, and you sit down in these chairs, have a sip of your tea or your scotch, and impart marriage wisdom to the incumbent, to the new. So there's a huge line.
Incumbent. I only learnt what that meant yesterday. Yes.
We were couple 41.
Oh,
So
Shut up.
Yeah, and you get like
How
3
long
minutes.
did this night
What
go
was your
for?
advice?
You get like
3 minutes,
Yeah,
and there's
to-
100 people.
yeah, and so we were couple 41, and so like you get like an order.
So you're at 2 hours by the time it was your turn.
Yes, and so everyone like kind of mingles around them
And
while
how
they.
cold's the
but then-
Brody, where's the pig when this is happening?
Where's the
that's just on the
snail?
table that you can see just to the
Has
right.
it been sorted yet?
No, that's
Okay.
still intact.
And what
over
did
there.
you
So what
say?
did you say for your 3 minutes?
yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Well, I just said to him particularly, I was like, make sure that you still go to the footy, still have your hobbies and your friends, and then I was to her like, just be aware that forgive him when he mucks up, be kind to him, and I was like him to her like, just hold on, brother. Hold on.
Just hold on.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That was your advice.
Puss.
Yeah,
Just hold
because she's
on.
great. She's great value.
Oh, you're saying to him,
yeah,
just
hold on.
What about just don't muck it up?
Yeah,
You should have said, your advice should have been, let's eat the pig before it gets cold.
it was.
Could we
very-
wind this up?
Was it
I've
cold?
got to go to work at
Was it
4
cold
o'clock.
by the end?
What
Oh,
time did you
But
finish?
it's room temperature because it's been there for hours.
Was it hoisin as well? You had with
Yep.
it?
What time did you get out
What
of there?
time did it start and finish?
Started at 5:30 and then got out. Oh, actually, no, I started a bit later than that, and then got out quite late.
Like how late?
I think probably would have wrapped at like 11:30.
Oh. You can't go to bed
When's the
11:30 on a
wedding?
belly full of pig.
It is today,
Did you bring any pig in?
They
for
did
us?
that last night and the wedding's today.
and the recovery's on Saturday.
Everyone's going to the meat sweats today.
Jason Lauren.
Jason Lauren. Wake up feeling good.
Follow them on the socials.